Tonight, the News4JAX I-Team has learned executives for the Miami-based healthcare contractor at the Duval County Jail donated thousands to the campaign of Sheriff T.K. Waters just days before he was elected sheriff. The company Armor Correctional Health Services has been accused of misrepresenting its past criminal history, and now they are accused of denying a local inmate life-saving medication that led to his death. I-Team investigator Ann Maxwell is joining us live in the studio with how the sheriff is responding this evening. Ann?
Tarek, we reached out today and a spokesperson noted Armor Health's current contract with JSO was signed under the previous administration. He also said the sheriff received donations from hundreds of people during the campaign. Armor said individual employee donations are their decision, not a company matter. But keep in mind, 2 days before those donations were made, the company signed a lucrative new 5-year deal with JSO worth $98 million. The daughter of a man who died after not receiving his essential medication in the Duval County Jail is calling for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office to cut ties with contractor Armor Health.
Find someone who is not in it for the money and actually in it to be taking care of the people that they're responsible for.
Her father, Dexter Berry, died a few days after he was booked into the jail on a charge of simple battery. He was accused of verbally threatening his neighbor. Records obtained by the attorney for Berry's family show jail staff knew Berry required the medication, but they never gave it to him. In a statement, a spokesperson for Armor said, "Our initial investigation of the clinical care received by the detainee while in custody at the jail has found that our clinicians followed protocol and delivered quality medical care. HIPAA laws prevent us from releasing any further information."
That's absolutely appalling because if you guys did your job, my dad would still be here.
Records reviewed by the I-Team reveal Miami area Armor executives donated at least $7,000 to T.K. Waters' campaign for sheriff 5 days before he was elected in November. Just a few weeks before, Armor had been convicted in Wisconsin of neglecting an inmate and altering healthcare records to cover it up. But their 2022 Jacksonville contract, signed after a jury found them guilty of a felony, stated the company's owners, partners, and employees did not have any pending criminal charges or felony convictions, when that was demonstrably false. A spokesperson for the sheriff said, "If it is true, the sheriff is disappointed. This is being investigated at this time." The city's Office of General Counsel is now looking into the contract with Armor, and the state's Department of Management Services is also investigating the company, telling the I-Team Florida law requires vendors to notify DMS when they have been convicted of a public entity crime. Armor Correctional Healthcare failed to do so.
Everything is all about money, like my brother and I have been saying from the jump. And yeah, it's appalling. They should not be in business at all.
If the state puts Armor on their list of convicted vendors, the company could be banned from doing government business in Florida for 3 years. In a statement, Armor's chief operating officer said the judgment against the company in Wisconsin wasn't entered until November 17th after their Jacksonville contract was signed, but court records show the jury found the company guilty on October 11th, weeks before that contract was entered into. Armor is appealing its convictions, and the COO says it's their understanding they don't have to disclose their criminal convictions until after the appeals process is completed. However, the state law requires a public entity conviction to be reported within 30 days, including a conviction in a state trial court as a result of a jury verdict, as happened in that Wisconsin case. Joy.